Distinguish between mixture and compound.
Using a spatula, take a small quantity of sulfur powder and transfer it into a beaker. Add a small quantity of iron fillings into the same beaker using a spatula. Stir the contents of the beaker using a glass rod and label this mixture as A. Take a china dish and using a spatula transfer a small quantity of the mixture into it. Heat the contents in the china dish strongly by placing it on a wire gauze that is placed over a burner. Stir the contents constantly till a black mass, that is compound of sulfur and iron, is formed. Cool and transfer the contents into a mortar and powder this using a pestle. Then transfer the powdered contents into another beaker using a spatula and label it Black Mass B. Test on the basis of appearance. Take a small quantity of mixture A and black mass B in 2 different watch glasses. Mix the mixture A in the watch glass using a glass rod. You will see yellow powder in which some iron fillings are visible. Then mix the black mass B in the watch glass using a glass rod. No iron fillings are visible in the black mass B. Thus we infer that a mixture is heterogenic and compound homogeneous in nature. Behavior towards a magnet. Place a small quantity of mixture A in a watch glass and a small quantity of black mass B in another watch glass. Show a magnet over the watch glass in which mixture A is taken. Iron fillings cling to the magnet since iron retains its properties. Show the magnet over black mass B. No particles attach to the magnet because iron loses its magnetic properties on forming a compound. Behavior towards carbon disulfide. Take a clean test tube and put a pinch of mixture A into it. Add a few drops of carbon disulfide into the test tube. Shake the test tube well. Sulfur first dissolves, reappears after some time. When in the form of a mixture, sulfur retains its property. Take another test tube and put a pinch of black mass B into it. Then add a few drops of carbon disulfide into the test tube. Shake it well. No change is observed. In compound state, FeS, sulfur lost its original properties after reacting with Fe. Action of heat. Take a small quantity of mixture A in a china dish. Heat the mixture strongly. A black mass is obtained which is homogeneous. A compound of iron fillings and sulfur powder, FeS, is formed on heating. Take a small quantity of black mass B in another china dish. Heat it strongly. No change is observed. The compound FeS does not show any reaction on heating. Effect of heating with dilute HCl. Take a small quantity of mixture A in a test tube. Add a few drops of dilute HCl into it. Cork the test tube. Connect the test tube to another test tube with a bent tube. Heat the contents of the test tube gently. A colorless, odorless gas evolves. Collect the gas in the other test tube through the bent tube. Now remove the bent tube. Bring a glowing matchstick near the mouth of the test tube. The flame dips out, producing a popping sound and with a mild explosion. The gas evolved is hydrogen gas. Now, take a small quantity of black mass B in another test tube. Add a few drops of dilute HCl into it. Cork the test tube. Connect the test tube with the bent tube to another test tube containing copper sulfate solution. Heat the contents of the test tube gently. A colorless gas evolves that reacts with copper sulfate to form a black colored precipitate. The gas evolved is hydrogen sulfide H2S, which reacts with copper sulfate to form black precipitate of copper sulfide.